Hi guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, I'm Nessie. I was going to make some kind of bust for the Gnomes library, but I switched it up and made a trophy instead. I grabbed all my leftover brownie scraps of polymer clay and attempted to blend them together to create some kind of wood grain pattern. I like to use non-stick baking parchment when I'm working with polymer clay. It makes it easier to peel off the thin pieces of clay, and you could put the whole thing onto an oven tray for baking if you needed to. Oftentimes I'll recycle my pieces of baking parchment and reuse them multiple times for different projects. But as you saw just before, sometimes there might be a dirt or leftover residue that you don't notice at first. In this case, it was dried cornstarch paste from a spun cotton creation. The theory here is to take different coloured clays and fold them, cut, stack and roll them out. Repeat over and over until a wood grain pattern emerges. Try and keep it all going in the same direction. Now, just to be clear, this is not a tutorial. I was totally winging it, and there's probably better ways to do it. I was just trying out something new. Don't forget, a full list of all the materials used in this video is in the description below. And while you're at it, check out the link to my Nessie Monster merch, where you can buy the cute designs I've created on stickers, t-shirts, mugs, phone cases and more. I rolled it out quite thin to make a veneer layer for the trophy base, and as you can see, one side definitely looked better than the other. To go under the veneer of the trophy base, I cut a square block of polymer clay. Well, as square as I could manage anyway. The offcuts of clay were rolled out flat and cut into a slightly larger square for the foot of the base. Now I'm wrapping the wood grain clay around the square and carefully blending all the joins so it looks like one piece. I stuck the veneered square onto the larger square and tried to keep the sides and top nice and flat. In the centre of the trophy base I pushed down a 5mm round cutter and made a hole to fit a small piece of dowel. The dowel is going to be the support for the trophy itself. Now for the trophy. Here's where I can do with your help. Let me know in the comments below who you think the trophy belongs to and what they might have received it for. I tried asking Mama, but she was being very secretive. If you haven't guessed by now, this trophy is going to look like an acorn. You don't need fancy sculpting tools to work with clay. I get mine from places like Kmart, AliExpress. Even old kitchen utensils can work wonders. Every self-respecting acorn needs a cap, so I made a flat, rough circle about 1/8 of an inch or 3 mm thick and pressed it onto the top of the acorn nut. I poked a hole in the centre for a future stalk and added lots of texture all over the cap. I made a small stalk to stick in the top, then I baked it in the oven according to the instructions on the clay packaging. I prefer to bake polymer clay on an old ceramic tile covered in a tent of tin foil to prevent any accidental scorching. After baking, I covered the base with masking tape and painted the acorn with gold leaf size. The size needs to sit for 5 to 10 minutes to start getting tacky. In the meantime, I thought, the trophy needs a tiny nameplate, so I traced out a few ovals in different sizes on cardstock and cut them out. I only had my craft knife handy, so I stuck the cardstock ovals to it with masking tape and painted them with the size as well. I'm too broke for genuine gold leaf, but this imitation gold leaf looks pretty good to me, and it's easy enough to apply by patting it down onto the areas with the size with a soft brush. I added gold leaf to the cardstock labels too. Brush off any loose bits with a bigger soft brush. It's not as bad as glitter, but you probably will end up with little bits of gold all over the place. Then I peeled the labels off the masking tape and removed the tape from the base of the trophy. I coated the base of the trophy with a glossy varnish. When I decided what size label I wanted, I used a fine line permanent marker to make it look like it's got a name on it. Whose name? I don't know. While the varnish is still tacky, I used a dab of tacky glue to stick the label onto the trophy base. The trophy was stuck quite firmly onto the tile, so I just used my knife to gently encourage it to lift off. And here we have it, a beautiful Acorn trophy. Who does it belong to? And how did they win it? Let me know below. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads, and leave a comment because I'd love to hear from you. It really helps my channel to grow. If you want to share your own crafty ideas and projects, join my Facebook page called Nessie Monster Crafts. And we have Fun Day Fridays where we can all show off our latest works in progress. If you can afford it, please consider buying me a coffee. Links for both my Facebook group and coffee account are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!